Double dip in the Big K. The Reavers run with the Raiders. Iowa Western wheeling and dealing with the Warriors. The battle of unbeatens in Lynx Country. A preview of things to come. A wake-up call comes to Lewis Central. Glenwood comes up the hill to fly with the Falcons. The Titans and Trojans not horsing around at LC.
I'm Haley.
I'm Keely.
I'm Kirsten.
I'm Mackenzie.
And the Bluffs Sports Zone starts now.
Hello, I'm J.J. Davis, and welcome to our latest edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. Well, don't look now, but the Iowa Western men's basketball team is playing some pretty good ball. The Reavers have yet to lose this year. Big Blues won 4 straight and 14 of its last 15. Now, this is a gritty bunch. Iowa Western suited up just 7 guys for its last game. 3 sat out due to injury or illness. Down by 5 at the break, win by 17. So, what's next? Here's IWTV student Riley Martin.
The Reavers come out against the Central Raiders, Iowa Western, looking for its 3rd straight win. Donovan Walker starts the game with a layup and misses, and Daquan Lake with the jam. Pat Dembley kicks it out to Terrence Ward, who throws it up. Marquell Beasley with the putback, 23-22 home team, midway in the first half. Walker drives, Lake with the tip-in, Daquan with the game-high 38 points. The Reavers pass it around, Dembley lobs the ball to Lake. The sophomore slams it with authority. They blew up by 3 at half, 43-40. Iowa Western out-rebounding the Raiders by 15. To start the half, Alex Peacock passes down to Lake, and the big man delivers.
All right, don't close out with your hands down. Okay, get out there with your hands up. Make them go by. It's already figured out.
Andre Harris pulls up for 3 late in the half, 97-66. Iowa Western crushes Central, 100-73.
Tonight was a night we had to get back to playing how we play. And with conference looming next week, I thought the last half of basketball today was really good.
Just being aggressive, getting on the boards, grabbing rebounds, My matchup wasn't really a competitive matchup, but scored the ball well.
We always talk about the next opponent. And so the next opponent is Indian Hills. And we've got to prepare the same way. And it's much like I just answered the question about Daquan. He had a big night because he prepares every day for that kind of effort. And so it's nothing special we're going to do. We're not going to do anything differently. We're going to be able to do the same thing that we've been doing, and that's where you can find your strength and your confidence.
Big Blue stays unbeaten at home. Iowa Western looks ahead to 24th ranked Indian Hills. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Riley Martin.
Thanks, Riley. Now to the ladies. The Reavers have yet to lose this year as well. Iowa Western's won 4 straight, 10 of its last 12. Here's IWTV student Ben Smith.
The Reavers are back at home to face Little Priest Tribal. Iowa Western cruises from the beginning. Lisa Bouchard dishes a dime to Delia Anya. Minutes later, Carmen Ramey dials up from deep to give IDUP a double-digit lead. Home team leads 30-11 after 1. Second quarter, and the Reavers are on cruise control. The IDUP defense forces 31 turnovers. The visitors get just 4 points in the second quarter. IDUP leads big, 51-13 at the break. Second half, the Reavers keep pulling away. Maya Bull gets the and 1. Iowa Western comes away with a dominating 82-38 win.
We had a very good overall team performance. When some people weren't ready to go, we had people on the bench that were ready to step in and fill those shoes and fill those roles. I think what we'd like to see moving forward is just that we get a little bit more consistency. And the girls that are starting 5 and primarily get all the minutes, they've got to be ready to play at any given moment, no matter who you play. We have these goals in mind every single game that we want to achieve. No matter what the score is at the end of the game, we've got to be able to do the little things. That's what counts. And I think us being sloppy, we had 19 turnovers. That has been our Achilles heel. When you talk about how young we are, it's important that they recognize, like, no matter who you're competing against, we have to do those little things and being sharp with our passes, executing and all that. So I'm hoping that what the girls take home from today is so much bigger than just that win.
The Reavers are now 7-0 on their home court and still undefeated in 2017. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Ben Smith.
Meanwhile, in high school action, Glenwood travels up the hill to St. Albert. But up next, showdown time in the AL Fieldhouse when we come back.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
At the Council Bluffs Recycling Center, we're proud of the effort our community makes to help keep Council Bluffs beautiful by participating in our curbside recycling program. Here are some tips to make sure your recyclables are accepted. If you're confused about plastics, we can help. Numbers 1 through 5 plastic food and beverage containers are acceptable. Usually the recycling triangle and the number inside are located on the bottom of containers. Items we don't take include numbers 6 and 7 plastics, styrofoam, or bags of any sort, although we encourage recycling plastic bags inside local grocery stores. Please be sure to check the calendar in our annual mailer or on our website to find out what items will be picked up each week. Blue Week items for your curbside bin include paper, cardboard, and glass containers. Green Week items for your curbside bin include plastic food and beverage containers, tin and aluminum containers, and tin foil. Thank you for helping us keep Council Bluffs beautiful.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun?
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
This portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill, Meyer Woodring, family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
Yeah, this is the game, and there's more to come. This just the first round. There will be at least one more. Undefeated Sioux City East takes its show on the road to AL. And what do you know? The Lynx unbeaten as well. Now both come in ranked in the top 5. Here's IWTV student Brandon Taverdi.
Over 1,000 fans packed the AL Fieldhouse to see two unbeatens. It's the Lynx versus the Black Raiders. Early first quarter, call the pow-pow on Van Reese for stealing the ball. Reese cashing in for 2 points, 5-4 SC East. The home team responds right away. Trey Nixon receiving the good-looking pass and getting the deuce. Abraham Lincoln takes a 6-5 lead late in the quarter. Number 3, for the 3. Adian Vanderloo with 13 points on the night, 13-12 visitors after 1. Second quarter, Trey Nixon powering his way through for the presidential layup. The senior earning 14 points in the game. Next possession, Troy Houghton with the ankle breaker and then dishing it off to Preston Fant for the 3, but East still leads 17-14. Later in the second, Brody Berthuson fighting for the ball and getting the 2, 27-24 Black Raiders. Second half, Tyler Myers must be doing laundry because he puts on the spin cycle at the lay-in, 29-28 Black and Orange. Jalen Billings, just like catching a large group of fish in the sea, nothing but net, 38-35 East. Hey, he ain't done yet. Billings must have shot from across the river because he just made it from downtown. 45-43 Raiders after 3. Hashtag the senior with 10 points of the night and tweet. Fourth quarter, Trey Robinson knocking down from the perimeter to start a 7-0 run. That gives the Black Raiders a 54-49 lead. But this Abraham Lincoln team isn't done. Preston Fant knocks down the jumper. Ayla only down by 1, 61-60 under a minute to go. But Sioux City East would hit some key free throws down the stretch to win it 65-60. The Raiders snapping Abraham Lincoln's 33-game home winning streak.
Play harder and play more intense and make sure that we limit our turnovers.
We have a lot of playmakers that Coach always teaches us to drive and kick, so we have a lot of playmakers that get open looks for guys and make the defense rotate. I guess it just opens up the lane and other stuff for us.
I mean, we get no time to feel bad for ourselves. We got to get ready for Heelan's, one of the toughest places to play at. So we just got to get back to work tomorrow. And like I said, as long as we learn from it, this isn't a bad thing.
AL dominated SC East, winning all 3 games last year. The Raiders with a little bit of payback. The rematch is set for January 31st in Sioux City. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Brandon Taverdi.
Thanks, Brandon. And then cross town, there's 10th ranked Lewis Central. The Titans, a big out-of-conference game with some Green Dragons, who happen to come in on fire. The Titans take on Gretna, the reigning Class B champs from Nebraska. The Green Dragons come out firing. Zach Immig for 3. Joseph Johnson muscles his way inside. And just like that, it's 8-0. LC gets on the board just over 2 minutes in. Will Prime off the break. But the visitors' quickness and speed a problem. Ty Doohan steals it to Immig. 14-8 Gretna after 1. Gets louder in the second quarter. Lewis Central 13 of 33 from the field. Ouch. The Dragons turn it into points. Immig all the way, and it's 21-8. The Titans just 2 of 10 from the 3-point line. Dane Norville here with 1 of them. Still, it's all Gretna, 26-14 at the half. Color the second half blue for the home team. Josh Simmons in the lane. The Green Dragons hitting from inside and outside. Tyler Sullivan rattles it in for 3. LC, quick pass to Max Duggan. Number 12, Immig pours in 12 overall. This shot says it all. Gretna 42-23 after 3. Chad Moran, baseline with the team high 11 points, but on the other end, 6'6" Trey Brown having his way inside with the game high 19. The Dragons slay the Titans 57-37.
They hurt us on the glass with their speed, I thought. But they bothered us a little bit with their quickness as well. We didn't really execute very well against their zone and against the pressure. I thought they made us a little tentative. But it is what it is right now. You know, I mean, we have who we have, so we have to figure out a way to play better than what we're playing. We're not playing with a whole lot of toughness.
We tried to get each other going at halftime, trying to play with a little swagger, try to get some energy going, make some big plays, get everyone on the bench going, but I don't know, we just couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, they were quicker than us. They dictated what we did. We didn't get to play our game, which is usually fast, but we just got to move on.
We've got to have some guys step up and play a little bit better, and I've got to do a better job of getting guys ready, getting our team prepared. We can all be better.
After winning their first 7 games, the Titans have now dropped 2 of their last 3, with the next 3 on the road. Lewis Central then wins at Atlantic. LC still unbeaten in the Hawk 10. AL loses its first to SC East, as you saw, then heads up to Sioux City, knocks off Heelan. TJ still struggling at 3-8, and St. Albert has dropped 3 straight. Wrestle with this next one. The Reavers on the road again. And what about the Falcons? After the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed Sports Med. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. They even partner with the surgeons at Ortho West, ensuring you get your own exclusive roadmap back to action. Methodist Jenny Ed Sports Med invites all Southwest Iowa athletes to its free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. Jenny Ed Sports Med.
If you store your guns properly.
So not just anyone can get to them.
I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories. Or scary news reports.
I won't have to hold someone's hand and shout you're gonna make it.
And I won't have to tell my kids, this isn't a drill.
Please.
Please.
Please. Please.
Please.
Do it for us.
For us. Do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. If you own a firearm and are not using it, please be responsible and be sure that it's stored in a safe place. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't, because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
St. Albert up and down so far this season, but we all remember last year, so don't count the Falcons out, ever. The Birds back home against some Rams. Now St. Albert sits 2 games under 500 and hadn't played in a week.
It's a new year and basketball season's finally in full swing. St. Albert welcomes Glenwood to the Hill for the first Falcon home game of 2017. Visitors come out firing early. Andrew Bloom drives, spins, and puts it in. Rams make the first mark. Right back down the court, Glenwood comes, and junior point guard Nate Moore pulls up for 3, splash! The Rams force SA to call timeout. Glenwood charges to a 10-0 lead in just the first 3 minutes.
You can't be caught sleeping on the backside though.
Jake Carley responds, and with a nice ball fake, gets the easy deuce. The junior leads the home side with 15. Falcons go into the second frame down 19-8. Tyler Blaha from inside the top of the key and gets the bucket. St. Albert closes the gap to just 6, 21-15. But the Rams shut down any attempt for a Falcons rally. Nate Moore with the pull-up stroke, nothing but net. Visitors up big, 37-22 at the break. It was more of the same in the second half. Moore gets the steal and storms down the court. The junior leads all scorers with 23, and Glenwood takes one on the road over the Falcons, 75-62.
When you play good teams, the benefit of that is that your weaknesses are exposed, okay? And we have some weaknesses we got to overcome on the offensive end and defensive end.
I think we can surprise anyone on any given night. We just have to play to the best of our ability. But overall, we got to improve our defense and just keep working harder and harder every day at practice.
Obviously, there's a lot to build on from last season. Everybody on the team likes to win. Everybody wants to win. There's not a guy that I wouldn't trust out there on the floor with me. It's just all 14 of us, we just love to play.
St. Albert has now lost 3 games in a row. The Falcons will have to turn it around, and fast, if the Birds want to make it back to the well for another magical run. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Joel Devitt.
Thanks, Joel. And then there's the girls. Lewis Central continues to climb in the polls. The Titans head into their Friday the 13th game, ranked 5th in the state.
Fighting right
It's the mighty, mighty Titans. Ooh, ah, oh yeah, ooh, ah, feels good.
LC feeling good, riding a 7-game winning streak. Some Lewis Central 4th graders get the party started against Atlantic. The home team, 16 steals. Danny Peterson takes it to the bank. The Titans jump out to an 8-4 lead. Megan Whitty sticks it. The Trojans cut it to 1. Catherine Leonard and 1. Defense stealing the show. Whitney Wilson does the honors. LC 15-7 after 1. Happy birthday to a certain defensive coordinator. The 47-year-old's gotta love this. Danny Peterson leads the charge, 7 first-half points, 19-8 Lewis Central. The Trojans cut it to 8. Bailey Newell knocks down the 3. The Titans just 2 trays overall. Peterson from the corner, 26-13 LC at the break. Sound the alarm. LC scores the first 1, 2, 3 in the second half. The freshman McKenna Polson, one of her team leading 6 steals to big sis Madison on the other end. McKenna pours in 7 points, including this for 3. Inbounds to Megan Holt inside. 43-23 Lewis Central after 3.
That's how we get it. Go.
Megan Holt, 4 steals, 10 rebounds, and a game-high 17 points. The Titans run away from the Trojans 65-33.
Challenged him at halftime. You know, I really got after him at halftime and made a challenge to him to come out in the second half and really put some distance in front of us, or in between us. And that's what they did. I think the effort picked up in the second half.
What's it like playing with your sister?
It's pretty cool to be able to play with her and get passes to her, and so that she can make a layup or I can make a layup, and just cheer each other on.
Did you expect to play as much as you are coming in as a freshman?
Well, I knew I would get some playing time, but I didn't know how much. So of course I was happy that I got to start and got to play a lot. Yeah, I didn't expect to play this much, but I'm glad I do.
That was something that we talked about after the game, and making sure that we stay consistent and telling them that, you know, consistency is really the key. No matter who we're playing, we come out and we should play the same way, regardless of the other team or who's across the floor.
The Titans floor it in the second half and walk off with their 8th win in a row. Lewis Central looking good at 12-1. Right behind, it seems, as always, the Saints at 10-2. AL, all those juniors sit at 7-5, and improving Thomas Jefferson just 2 wins so far. Up next, our play of the week, and I'll give you a hint. It's indoors. And another weekend, another tournament for the Reavers. On the other side.
All makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible.
And then we're going to turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
What's your reaction gonna be? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods.
Okay, what else?
Common.
This is their world. There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Been talking to Iowa Western head coach Josh Watts, still juggling the lineup. If the Reavers line up the way he wants, then watch out. The national duels last week, the Midwest duels this week. And once again, Big Blue hits the highway. This time, Kearney, Nebraska. And look at that, Iowa Western with the clean sweep. The 9th-ranked Reavers hold off always tough Labette by 1. Big Blue dominates Neosho 48-3. And finally, Watts and the guys outgut number 19 Barton by 3. Preston Lauterbach and 3 others win all 3 matches. The 174-pounder, 2 pins and a decision. And now it's time for our play of the week. Round and round it goes, and where it stops, nobody knows. Sister Act at Lewis Central. Freshman McKenna Paulson on the run to senior Maddie Paulson. Little Sis, 7 points. Big Sis, just 2. The Titans blow by Atlantic by 32. The Sister Act with our play of the week. All right, so bada bing, bada boom. 2 up, 2 down for 2017. And we're just beginning to get into the heart of the winter sports season. Now remember, as always, to keep it here for more news and information in your community by tuning in to the Council Bluffs News with Aaron Zach. And so, for this latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.